Again, jumping into part 3 of our enhancing our instructional technology through Screencast. So I wanted to jump right into finishing off our previous lesson. So Screencast number 2 was going over what coins are and introducing our students to them. And now this screencast will focus on reviewing that material and going over it for future relevance. So my title is Coin Identification Review. Yet again, our intended audience is elementary or middle school special education students, good for both. Our quick learning objective is students being able to review coin values and identify common mistakes. It's important to understand how they work and how we can avoid those mistakes and avoid misidentifying them in the future, and understanding that it's okay to have those bumps sometimes while learning. So this week, which is when the lesson plan was for our students, I'd break it down over a couple days. We learned about our 4 common coins: the penny, which is 1 cent, the nickel, that's 5 cents, the dime, that's 10 cents, and the quarter, that's 25 cents. So jumping into common mistakes, sometimes students do things like mix up nickels and dimes. They forget that a quarter is worth 25 cents, or they think bigger coins are always worth more, because that's pretty fair. So there's distinct factors. We want to go back into aspects like making sure that we remember whose face is on what, identifying different colors and shapes. I realized with our students, one of the biggest things is the texture and feel. You obviously have a thin penny. Dime is really thin and tiny. I think the tiniest one nearly. A nickel almost has the thickest kind of outside shape. And I remember hearing from one of my students that quarters are easy to recognize because they have like that ridged outer edge. You could feel them distinctly. And I thought, that's an interesting technique, and that helped me incorporate this into my screencast lesson plans. The size of a coin does not always tell you its value, but it does help by color and just remembering distinct factors. Jumping back into quiz time, this is a little more extended and more in depth than the original one from the first lesson plan. I would just ask which coin is worth 1 cent. I'd pause and answer and let them answer as a penny. Which coin is worth 5 cents? Pause and answer. Nickel. I should have included the dime here, but that's okay. Which coin is worth 25 cents? Pause and answer. It'd be the quarter. So before finishing that off, I'd provide some additional resources. I'd let them know that they need more practice. We can focus on classroom coin activities. We can do things like money games. We could bring actual coins in person and let them try to identify them, participate with them, and maybe do something fun like doing a fake shopping spree in class and giving them a certain amount and letting them understand how much you do need and how much you don't need, and what to do if you don't have enough, and what to do if you have too much. And we could also finish that off with practice worksheets, I think a physical example for our students in special education population would help more. So I'd go over a final review, just letting them know that the penny's 1 cent again, the nickel's 5 cents, the dime is 10 cents, and the quarter is 25 cents. And going right back to my tactic, you want to finish it off with some positive affirmations and some reinforcement. Just letting them know that if they keep practicing, they could become an expert at identifying money and doing anything that they want to with it. Thank you.